whispers in the sky, threads of light where stars align. A dancer.
Dear family of light, today we will introduce the concept of the three gunas. The word guna means quality, and this concept comes from both Ayurveda and yoga. It is presented in the Bhagavad Gita, if you want to check that. And the Samkhya philosophy is one of the oldest philosophy in India, and it is strictly connected with the Ayurvedic science. Ayurveda is a medicine of India, which is based on the element and the equilibrium of the element. And the three gunas are very important to Ayurveda because they define the qualities that you are bringing to your body and to your mind. So for Samkhya philosophy, reality around ourselves are divided in two parts, the feminine aspect and the masculine aspect. The feminine aspect is Prakriti, the pure potential of matter. So matter expresses itself out of pure consciousness. The pure consciousness, so the potential of pure consciousness, is Purusha, is the masculine aspect, and Prakriti, the matter, is the feminine one. And this Prakriti, the mother nature, here they call it Pachamama, but it's not only about planet Earth, it's all the matter that is in the universe, that's Prakriti, is divided and defined by the three gunas. The three gunas, as I said, are the three qualities that permeates everything. And now we explore them together. So the first of the three gunas is Tamas, which is darkness, which is ignorance, inertia. A tamasic person is a tamasic that doesn't move, doesn't do sport, eat very bad. What are tamasic food? Were canned food, very processed food, heavily fried food, all the food that brings your body into dullness, into inertia, into sickness, all that are tamasic food. Tamasic environment is also an environment that brings you to inertia, to ignorance, so you are not surrounded by, I don't know, light person, you are not surrounded by positivity, instead you're surrounded by negativity, etc. No? And so Tamas is the lowest of these three gunas, and is an aspect which you want to avoid in your life. Of course, sometimes tamas is needed. A long night of long sleep, like 9 hours of sleep, sometimes is needed to balance too much activity. So it's not always negative, but most of the time tamas is not where you want to live. Is because it doesn't promote light, it doesn't promote awareness, etc. So you have to be very careful what you eat, how you speak, the environment which are you living in, and also the environment of your job. If your job is surrounded by tamasic people, then you have to get out of there. So you have to be aware of where you are and how you live. The second of the gunas is rajas, and rajas is fire, rajas is movement, passion, activity, which can be both positive or negative, depends where it brings you. If it brings you down to tamas, then it's not a good rajas. If this rajas brings you up towards sattva, which we will talk about in a minute, which is awareness and light, etc., then rajas became positive. So there are rajasic food, for example. The Ayurveda talks a lot about that because the Ayurveda is based on Samkhya and on the concept of the three gunas. Rajasic food are, for example, spicy food or very acidic food, coffee, chocolate, all the food that somehow moves your mind, moves your body, and so you don't exactly enter into a relaxed state, but sometimes you need a push because you have a lot of to do during the day, so you will have a cup of coffee. That's fine. But when it becomes an obsession because you cannot stay in silence, you cannot stay calm, and you are seeking all the time for rajas, then it's not good. So you have to observe really where this rajas brings you. The environment also where you living can be very rajasic. The city is very rajasic because it's about movement, activity, things to do. People think a lot in the city. In the countryside is a bit less, is a bit more relaxed. There is more nature, and so the rajas is less and less. Rajas is also needed to do sport. Sport start from a rajas point of view. You need to move your body, and you have a passion probably for this sport. So it is very positive because after this movement and this passion that you put in this sport, the result that your body is relaxed, you are full of dopamine, and so your balance of hormones and nutrient is in place, and so you can have a very relaxed state of mind after that activity. So yeah, just try to observe where this rajas is bringing you, if it brings you down to tamas or up towards sattva. So the last one of the three gunas is sattva, which is purity, is light, is awareness. A person that is sattvic speaks very slowly, very clearly. It doesn't get angry. Anger is something very rajasic. So the sattvic people are very calm. They don't get angry so much. The food, you can check it online, what are the sattvic food. Depends also on your body. I will say that everything that brings your body in a calm state, in a state where you can meditate easily, where you don't have stomach or stomach upset or intestine movements, etc. This is a sattvic food. This changed during the centuries. So in classic Ayurveda, for example, they say that all grains are sattvic, which is not true anymore because rice is contaminated with arsenicum. Wheat has the triple of gluten that it had 40 years ago. So you have to really be careful to don't fall in the tradition of India and the tradition of what Ayurveda said 1,000 years ago, which doesn't apply today. I will argue that wheat, for example, is not sattvic anymore. It's actually very inflammatory. It has a 12% of gluten today instead of the original 4%. So yeah, be careful. Try to spend time in sattvic place, like a natural place where your mind can become calm, can become relaxed. You have all three of the gunas, and the ultimate goal of both yoga and Ayurveda is to surpass the three gunas, so to be above the action of the three gunas. At the beginning, when you are in the beginning of your spiritual path, the teacher told you, oh, you have to go towards sattva, that's fine. But even sattva is a separation. You are saying, oh, this is bad, this is good, etc. Real enlightenment, the real 5D consciousness, is when you go above the three gunas, and you are established in the self when the gunas doesn't affect your life anymore. But in order to achieve that, you have to be very aware of the three and how the three act into your life. So this is everything for today. I wish you all the best, a lot of joy and light, and for now, be at peace, be at peace.
Silver whispers in